Last thing I'm gonna share, man, I think is very, very important. Very, very important. The vision is the business plan. Yes, the vision is a business plan. You got to have a business plan. And before I tap into it, let me talk about that for a second. A business plan is really for you. You know, obviously, as somebody, if you have other investors, they'll want to see a business plan because what's in the business plan? Basically, a business plan is going to itemize all your costs, your infrastructure, you know, your expansions, you know, when your phases, phase one is, you know, you want to, you know, create this amount of components. You know, you want to do this in phase one and you want to, you know, generate this revenue. This is how I'm going to do that. But by the time you got 10 phases, a business plan is going to itemize this. Everything is going to happen in those phases and it's going to detail the costs. It's important for you to know that because it's going to help you to see what costs you're going to have to incur. It's going to give you a real picture as to how much it's going to cost you to go from point A to point B to point F to point Q to point U to point Z. That's what a business plan does. And it's for you. The first one that really need to work off that business plan is you. It's to help you keep you structured. So you know what the costs are. So you ever get an idea and you like, man, I want to do something. This is something I want to do. And then you go to a business plan and you start putting those costs together. You know, you may say, man, I want to do a movie production company, right? So I want to do a music production. I want to do plays like Tyler Perry. That's really needed because there's not a lot of people doing plays anymore. You still can do it. You can you can still can make it pop. But anyway, that's a whole nother show, right? But when you put that business plan together, Leslie, what's up, Leslie? When you put that business plan together, right? That business plan is going to itemize your costs for putting that production company together. It's gonna bring you to real life. I just told somebody yesterday that I'm a realist. Like I'm not an idealist. I don't dream. Because at the time I used to dream and I wouldn't get nothing accomplished. All I did was keep my head in the clouds and I ain't get nothing accomplished. All I did was dream and never put no action behind cloud thinking. So I stopped dreaming and I started doing, right? That business plan, that business plan, yes, ma'am. That business plan is going to itemize your costs for startup. It's going to let you know if you are trying to get your own funding together, when you're going to try to get a credit card, put it on a credit card, or put it on five, whatever. However, you're going to try to do it, right? Whatever you're going to try to liquidate your 401k, right? But that's another show. We'll talk about how to do some stuff, right? Because you got to figure out as a creative, like how can I do what I need to do? But that business plan is going to tell you what your costs are. Have you ever went to the grocery store and you had and really all the food was missing in the house, and your food supply in the house was depleted? Okay, you're teaching us to put legs to feed in the. Yes, sir, I am. Yes, sir. So the food in your house is depleted, right? Your food is going. You ain't been to the grocery store in like a whole month, so you go to the grocery store and you don't have a list. You tend to spend more money, like real time, right? When me and my wife would go to the grocery store and we don't have no list, man, I always spend $400, $500 a pop every time I go to the grocery store. I'm like, man, so we just go, right? Like, now we got to stop spending $400, $500 at the grocery store. We make a list and we go on the list. And when I started going off that list and only put in the basket what's on that list, like me, I'm a man, so I'm not a spender. And I know some men are spenders, but me, I don't like spending. I hate spending. So if I say I'm going to get some lettuce, some bell peppers, some onions, and some Cheetos, I'm only going to get some lettuce, bell pepper, onions, and some Cheetos, and I'm in the line. I'm getting out, right? But the thing is, when you itemize that list, okay, when you're, amen, sis, with a sense of purpose, you're right. So when you itemize that list, You're only going to put in that buggy what you have on that list. So it's the same way with a business plan. If you need X amount of dollars to have, if you're trying to do your own tour, put your own tour as an artist, you're trying to put on your own tour, right? And you're gonna need to rent a van for this amount of days, for this how many seats, or if you're gonna put a tour on with 5 acts that y'all gonna put together. You got to have a business plan for that tour that you're gonna put on. Uh, hey, Walmart is the devil for real. Uh, you got to have a business plan for that tour that you're gonna put on. Okay. If you have a business plan for that tour that you're going to put on, it's going to let you know per day, per diem, how much money you're going to need to spend, vans, hotel rental, food, you know, and if you're going to the next city, how much gas, how much mileage, potentially how much gas is going to be spent, so you can budget for gas. It's going to help you create an iron tight budget so that you can have the tour, and so the tour can come off the way that you want to come off. That's the business plan, right? And I know I went in a long drawn way, but I need to help you to understand. The business plan is really to help you navigate to keep yourself on track, just like it is going to the grocery store with a grocery list.